Let me ask you, have you ever had one of those magical moments where you've met somebody who was incredibly memorable and left a really big imprint on your heart and soul? Well, today's podcast is for you. Hey there, welcome to this week's podcast. I'm Katie Joy, the Global Butterfly, and I love to help you transform your life and business with love. I have an incredible story to share with you this week, and I've titled this called The Spark of Connection, a magical encounter with a remarkable man on the stairs. So this week, I had a magical interaction with someone truly special. Let me give you a bit of backstory. I hit the gym on Monday morning, and after grabbing a locker and pulling my kit out of my gym bag, I realized I had forgotten my water bottle. I never forget it, but today I did. So I grabbed my purse to run downstairs to the cafe to grab a water bottle there. And as I just started to descend the stairs, I noticed a young disabled man in his 30s struggling with his walking stick. 3 other people had just walked down past him without a glance. I asked him, would you like some help down the stairs? His energy was auric. Truly, it was golden. It was beautiful. His polite smile was truly engaging. And he politely declined, saying he was okay. I'm just getting used to my new ankle brace. So we got chatting, and he shared his story of how he had been a passenger in a severe car accident north of Western Australia a few years back. During the incident, he was in a coma for 13 days, and his body took a beating. But this man's heart and attitude inspired me so much so that I've written this blog. And truly, he lifted my spirits from processing some tough feelings I'd been working through at the time. I shared with him that I'm a former paramedic, to which he opened up to telling me a lot more of the graphic accident details, which were relayed to him later after the accident because he was out cold during it. He shared how his friend who was driving copped it worse and is paralyzed in a wheelchair for life, and how much of a strain their relationship has been under because of many reasons related to the accident. His story is truly remarkable, captivating and inspiring. It's deep insight to resilience, grit, and compassion. I teared up on those stairs, swallowing back tears, but also in total admiration of this man at the same time. We slowly descended the stairs as I got to know more about him. He's a dad to 2 kids. Best news yet, he's getting married to his fiancée in a few months. And when he spoke of her, I saw his eyes sparkle. I encouraged him, you seriously have to write your story as a book, maybe speak, to inspire others. You're an incredible inspiration. He looked lit by the idea, but cautious, and said, since the accident, I've had to learn to read, write, walk, and learn everything again. I really struggle to write and read. I encouraged him more. You just shared your incredible story with me by talking to me. There are simple ways to share your story and even write a book with dictation. You can use a voice recorder on your phone and transcribe it, then outsource it to someone to edit it. You can also use Google Docs and dictate with the audio option. Again, get someone else to clean it up and read it back to you. You really need to share your story. It's incredible. He smiled so big and he said, I'm so grateful for your encouragement. And I said, well, I'm so deeply appreciative for learning about you and your story. You've inspired me and made my day. He leaned forward and asked for a hug. I gave this guy the biggest hug for the longest time. We both headed to the cafe, me for my water, him for his takeaway coffee, which I jumped ahead and paid for it as a gift. We parted ways with nothing other than an exchange of first names. But that man touched my heart and soul that day and all week. And I think I've put a little extra fire in his steps too. His name is Sanford. So if you read this man's story one day or hear him speak, celebrate him big time. And remember how the small acts of kindness, of at least offering to help someone when they are struggling, can create sparks of connection that touch something deep in the heart and soul of humanity because of how you can create a small but significant shift to someone else's life. And if you'd love to hear more about Sanford's story, let me know in the comments below or click the link to go to the original Facebook post. I'm doing my best to reconnect with him. I'd love to hear more too. Now, as a little extra insight, other than on my blog post, there's a real indicator here of universal divine connection and interaction, because I was running an hour late to the gym that day than I intended. Already 1 hour. And then I went to drop my son off to the kids club, and I did that, then headed up to the gym. Halfway up, I realized I had my son's backpack on my shoulder. So I needed to go back down to go and deliver that back to him. So by the time I made it back up to the gym and realized I didn't have my water bottle, that timing had been coordinated so well that in that moment that I did go for the water bottle, I crossed paths with this kind soul who really, I feel, is just an incredible inspiration for his attitude in how to live. Despite the challenges that you face, it still makes me want to tear up. I'm really grateful to share this experience and connection, and I hope it's inspired you for your day. And if you know Sanford, I'd love to get reconnected and be able to share his story more too. Have an incredible week. Go forward and bless yourself and others with lots of miracles, magic, and more. Lots of love and light. Katie.